Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on my live Q&A from LA, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every Friday night. Thanks for joining, and let's get started. Hey guys, so welcome. Sorry I got a few minute late start. Hey Hervey. Hey Arwa, Paul, good to see you.
On my channel, I might do a stream.
Yes, Crypto Daughter has been streaming some of her games. Doing pretty good.
No one has come yet.
She figured out how to find her stream key and paste it into her OBS software, so I was pretty impressed with that. Can be a little daunting for beginners. Hi Richard, hello. Now Sherv, I was just looking at your comment earlier about your Ethereum not going through, so maybe we'll talk a little bit about trying to send Ethereum along the blockchain. My hair's wet.
Help! My Ethereum!
Yeah. So since last week, I haven't managed to post a video, except I did do a quick live stream on Friday. I'm sorry, on Sunday night, I did a live stream about ERC20 tokens, which we can kind of talk about that today as well. And I demonstrated how to create a custom token in Mu, which it's not too difficult if you know what you're trying to create. And I've been working on a new video on Monero on the Ledger Nano S, but I ran into some difficulties during my installs and had some problems which delayed the recording of the video. Sometimes when you're recording YouTube videos like I do, technical snags get in the way and record and delay the recording. You know, so a video that I might start on a Tuesday or a Wednesday might take till Friday to finally get done. It's in the hopper. It's in the hopper, but I haven't edited out all my gaffes and goofs and streamlined the time so that it doesn't lag. So I'll get that one out, and we can talk a little bit about Monero support on the Ledger too tonight. Crypto news. I think I've put in the title of this video, the altcoins have clawed their way back, and if you want to look at, the top 10 cryptocurrencies are back in the green again. There was kind of a weirdo crash last week, I guess, of the altcoins. It was really weird. I have a little app that shows me my a portfolio. It's not all of my holdings, but it's a pretty good section of some of the crypto that I hold, and it was just like everything was in the red and like 20% down. It was just crazy. And but if we look at it now, the altcoins have sort of kind of picked themselves up by their bootstraps and are back in the green again. Tether, which is a very stable coin, is a little bit down, but all the big ones are back up again. I mean, Monero was down to like $80 at one point on some of the exchanges. It was really crazy. And Tron was down to like a penny. Cardano was down to 9 cents. I mean, they were all really, really cheap. It was just crazy. And I know it's tough to buy on those kind of days. You're thinking, well, if they've fallen this much, can they fall any more? But it looks like that was kind of the bottom. Thanks for the tip, Jesse. Oh, no problem at all. I don't remember exactly what we did. We're scrolling, but I'm sure I hope that it was helpful to you. S. Hervey, 617. Can you kind of say what's going on? You're having trouble with getting an Ethereum transaction to go through. So let's just review. You can on MEW, you can create your own wallet on MEW using the interface here. You just create a, like blah, 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 just create a password. Bam. You can create a brand new wallet. I'm not going to do that. And then, you download this, and then I think they might even, yeah. Right, you can say, yeah, right? And then they give you this private key, right? And you can manage that private key, but it's not a very safe and secure way to access your MyEther wallet. A much, much better way is, through one of these other interfaces, like a Trezor, a Ledger, MetaMask, or whatever. So I tend to use the Ledger. I'm going to enter my Ledger PIN here, get things off. Alright, so I'm going to exit this app. So when you're dealing with Ethereum, oh my gosh, I'm not even showing you any what's going on here. When you're dealing with Ethereum and you're in MyEther wallet, you'll need to hit both buttons. Sorry, I didn't get there. And you need to go to your settings. Oops. And you'll want to make sure, pardon me, where in the heck did it go? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that they... Oh, there it are. There they are. In your settings, you want to make sure... Oh, they don't have browser support anymore. Holy moly. So I'm assuming usually you have to set browser support to yes when you're dealing with the Ledger. So let's see what happens. So apparently it's working. I'm assuming that Ledger Live will work with this default setting. So anyway, you can see here that there's an Ethereum address here. There is a small balance. And I do have some tokens down here that we can play around with a little bit tonight. But I'm assuming S. Hervey was having some issues sending. So what you want to think about when you're sending, let's go to the send interface with Ledger, is that sometimes, let's just play around with this. Let's assume I'm sending the entire balance. I don't have a destination at the moment. We're just talking about issues you may run into. First of all, you've got this GUI setting up here, WG, gas price. There's a term for it. You can set this to fast. Now you may have, I think the default is 44. So if you just go to this website cold, you're going to see the GUI is at 44. So if your transactions are not going through, then you might need to pump it up a little bit higher. Right? So that's number one if you're not aware of that. And then number two is you can play with this gas limit down here. And you can make that higher. Like 51 or 61,000. I've never had a transaction not go through at 61. But that's overkill. Someone pointed out last week a very good website, which I've forgotten now, where you can go to it'll actually do the calculation for you if you tell it how much you're trying to send, based on the current conditions of the Ethereum network. Actually, I think wow, I don't want to do that. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's open a new tab. I believe I saved it. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, this guy. So this might help for you. I'm a little bit impatient, so basically Hey Ray. I usually just overdo it because we're only talking about a few bucks here and there. But for those of you who are a little more cash conscious, you can go to this website and calculate exactly how much gas you're going to need based on the amount you're trying to transfer. I believe. I guess you can adjust this. Yeah. To be honest with you, I haven't played with this. Here we go. All right. So, like I said, I haven't toyed around with this a little or yet. So, this might be the key to what you're trying to accomplish if you're having trouble getting your transactions to go through. And then I will say that transferring Ethereum, usually you can do that with the defaults. Hey, buddy. What?
I'm trying to get a phone.
A phone? Oh, okay. I'm not sure where your phone is, buddy. Christabel, can you help him find his phone? Maybe ask Mommy where it is?
No.
Because it's not charging over here, buddy. I think it's over there. Oops. Sorry about that. My son is looking for his phone. Wants to get a little screen time. Let's see here. Sorry about that, guys.
It's charging in Mommy's bedroom.
Hey, Shahid, thanks for joining us. We're just talking a little bit about trying to send an Ethereum transaction. And I was just pointing out, this has just been my experience, but usually when I'm transferring Ethereum from one place to another out of this, I usually kind of leave it with the default. It's when I'm trying to transfer tokens where it'll fail once or twice if I don't jack up the gas price. And that was one of the things I was talking about, was that when you send ERC20 tokens and you from here, the gas that you're using is paid for from Ethereum. So if you're trying to send these tokens, you better have some Ethereum in the address, or there won't be any gas to pay for your transaction fees. And so I can send all this 77 and then use the ETH to pay for it. But if I wanted to go to a cryptocurrency exchange account and try to withdraw a certain amount of ERC20 tokens, then you run into some issues. And one of the issues that I ran into was, oops, let me get my two-factor here. Whoops, talking too much. One of the issues that I ran into when I was trying to transfer some Humanique, right? When I tried to withdraw Humanique, out of my 184, it wanted 16. And that's almost 10% of my total holdings, right? So I didn't want to do that. I would have rather been able to pay with a little bit of ETH or even a couple of bucks out of my own pocket than to have to lose 10% of my holdings just to make the transfer, because Bittrex will send the transaction out, but they're going to charge you out of your holdings. So you need to be aware of that. It's a bad idea to transfer your ERC20 tokens when the price is really low, right? So if Humanique were $1 a token, then it would probably only charge me 1 or 2 to transfer out, and I would be transferring my balance of 182. In this case, it's only going to be 164. So anyway, I hope that answers S. Hervey. Yeah. Oh, and also, when you run out of gas, I think it offers you the option to try again with a little bit more gas. I'm not sure if it works that way in MyEther. It will do that in MetaMask. When you try to send a transaction out and there's not enough gas, there's a little link that says try again with a little more gas. But keep in mind, every time you do this and fail, you've lost that gas. That's why I just like overcompensate and make sure it goes through on the first try. That way I don't lose gas trying 2 or 3 times. So that's basically, I know that's not a very elegant solution, but that's usually my solution. And then I do, Shirby, I have a video where that's the video that you were commenting on, where I show you how to cancel the transaction and try again. So that would be the video that I would refer you to. So Jesse, thanks for the tip, and I was wondering if you had... Jesse? Okay. No, there was someone I was emailing with, and they had the email address was a male, and the person that was signing was female. She kept signing the emails Alicia, but the name on the account was a male name. But that's not you, Jesse. Oh, that's right, Jesse. Yeah, we created that during the live stream on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, we, Jesse threw out the name of a token, and we went over to etherscan.io, and we figured out how to create a custom token. And it was a scroll. Oops. I can't even find it. Yeah. See, if it's not in the list of tokens, then you have to add a custom token. Now, there are a lot of default tokens that are in there already, but if your token does not appear in this list, you have to do an add custom token, and you get all that information from etherscan.io. It'll give you the contract address, it'll give you the decimals, and then the ticker symbol, wherever that went. I don't know where it is. I think it's scroll. Oh, yeah. So yeah, we were able to figure out how to create the custom token. And after you do that, then it'll always be there. I think it's probably still in mine if we look. SCQRS. Maybe it's not in there. Yeah, maybe I lost it. SC. Yeah, I think I did. Well, it worked for a while, right? Yeah. Probably. Oh, there it is, right there. SCRL. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you're sending it from your ledger to Bittrex. Okay. Can't complete the transaction. Now, it depends on how long ago you started it. It may eventually go through. But once you get that red fail in your, your transaction ID, when you go to the page on Etherscan, once you see that, that fail, you can start over again and try it with a little bit higher gas. Okay, so Carl is saying that the GUI makes a much bigger difference than the gas limit. Right. I'll admit I don't understand all of the niceties of exactly how the gas and the GUI work. I just know the faster you want to go, the more gas you need, I guess. It's a little mysterious. And sometimes I tend to figure out by the seat of my pants how to get something to happen without fully understanding it. Can everyone hear anything? I can hear you, Fred. You don't have to shout. Yes, Jesse, you need ETH to send your tokens out, right? I think we mentioned that earlier. If I want to send these BAT tokens out wherever they went, oh, okay, this will go away. All right, so these 77 BAT, if they're in my Ether wallet and I have no ETH, they're stuck. All right. I did some moving around last week on my own, and basically I had some ERC20 tokens that I had transferred to an empty ETH address. So my first step to get them out was to send a little bit of ETH into those addresses for my gas. So I think I sent like $9 worth of ETH over there. So that I could transfer the tokens out. And once I did that, then I was able to clear out the ETH. And so if you have like an ETH address and you need to move your tokens out, always save, and ETH. Let's say you've got half an ETH or a couple of ETH in there. Always save the ETH for last, right? Because you're going to need the ETH to get the tokens out of the address. Yeah. An example, I have a wallet, an ETH wallet on my phone, and they came out with an upgrade. And they said, well, you better create a new wallet and then transfer your tokens over to the new wallet and delete the old wallet. So I had like 2 ERC20 tokens and some ETH. And so I did the tokens first and used a little bit of that ETH to pay the bill, and then I got the ETH out. So yeah, ETH is very important. That's really the whole concept of Ethereum, is that it is a platform where you can create smart contracts, and ERC20 tokens are such contracts. They're a contract that exists on the Ethereum blockchain, and but you need Ether to move. That's part of the contract, is being able to move them. And there are more complicated contracts, but they all require ETH at some point. That's the lifeblood of the Ethereum network. So to move tokens, to buy tokens, create contracts, whatever, a little bit of ETH is expended. And when you develop on the ETH network, you need gas to create, a full-blown working Ethereum D-app. You need ETH. Hi, Irix Ariex, pardon me, Ariex. Don't be upset. I was a little late myself. Because of that Sunday night stream, I had changed my stream key, and when I went back to do this event, the stream key was off. So I hit stream right at 6 and realized that I had to go into my settings and make a few adjustments. So everybody's a little late sometimes. No problem, Jesse. Carl, I meant the gas limit doesn't change, just gas price squeeze. If you check the plus next to gas limit, it says increasing this number will not get your trunks mined faster. It's GUI that makes it faster. Okay, I agree. But I think that if there's some gas going through and you've got your gas limit too low, it's going to give up at a certain point. Now, like I said, I don't totally understand it, but I just adjust that up to give myself some leeway. I don't, like Carl says, I don't think I'm spending any extra money. I just think I'm giving it a little more headroom if it needs more. I don't know. I may be totally wrong about that. I may, with the 99 up all the way, they should all go through. Yes, I am using Brave right now. I think Brave is a great browser. Let's go over here. I'm having a little trouble because I usually run this monitor at a much higher resolution. But when I do my videos and my live streams, I lower the resolution so that everything's bigger. So it makes it hard for me to like deal with it. Yeah, so if you go to Brave settings here, if you're not familiar with the way Brave works and the basic attention token, they'll give you some BAT, right? And it lives inside this wallet in your browser. Now you can't spend this BAT. You can't withdraw it and sell it on a cryptocurrency exchange, but you can use it within Brave. So you allocate a certain amount. You can allocate more. I could allocate $20 a month in BAT, and all of the sites that I go to. Here I'm revealing all my personal information, but all of these sites that you go to can receive micropayments in BAT tokens. So Brave blocks ads. So in my Brave settings, I have ads blocked, and it works. I noticed it because sometimes I turn it on to log into some of my accounts that are blocked. And when I forget to turn it off, I notice a big difference that all these ads keep popping up. So Brave does a really good job of blocking ads. And you can block all ads, or you can show Brave ads. And when you use show Brave ads, you get paid for watching ads. So that works really well because that way your wallet always has some balance in it, and you don't have to fill it externally. It just kind of generates new BAT every month because you're getting paid by the Brave browser. The advertisers are paying Brave, and Brave pays you to watch ads. It's kind of interesting how it works, which is much better than the other formula, which is the other formula is you watch YouTube. The advertisers pay YouTube. YouTube splashes ads at you, and you don't get diddly, right? They should be paying us to watch ads. Who wants to watch ads, right? They should be paying us, right? Brave is that's a new paradigm. All right, let's see. Eugene. Happy Friday, Jet. Yes, hobby is correct. Always have some ETH in your wallet to pay gas. Love your videos. I recently got hacked on 2 separate accounts, Bittrex and Facebook, and sometime over I figured out why. I had the same password as LinkedIn. Fortunately, I had 0 balance on Bittrex and was inactive on Facebook and changed passwords immediately, but I was shocked to discover that actually 12 of the sites I'm registered were hacked in the past. You can check this info on Have I Been Pawned? Okay. So I was looking into 1Password. Can you recommend it? Do you have a video on it? If I understood correctly, it generates a new different password for all sites you use. Yes, I agree. Not only, and I'll tell you another reason why you should use 1Password. If you are, it's good to come up with new passwords for every site you go to, and that's a perfect example. He had a password that he used all the time, which he could remember. It was probably a pretty decent password, but when LinkedIn got hacked, they had his password and his email, and so using that email, they kind of scoured around the internet to see if he had any other accounts, and stumbled upon his Facebook and his Bittrex or Binance, and tried the same password that they had, and it worked. Right? So that's why you don't want to reuse passwords, especially on online accounts. Now, if you're a good and tidy password user, and you're saving all of your passwords in your browser, which is probably the most common way that people save their passwords, that is vulnerable to attack. If a hacker gains access to your machine, it's quite simple for him to grab that. It's a text file that the browser saves somewhere. that has all your passwords in it. And so those passwords are vulnerable to attackers that penetrate your machine. If you're using a password manager like 1Password, then it stores your passwords on your computer, but in encrypted form. So it's much more secure to store your passwords in a password manager. And I use 1Password, and I have been using it for quite some time, and I recommend it. But there is a learning curve, and it has its own idiosyncrasies and little glitches that can happen if you're not careful. So, you know, you'll learn over time that it has its own little pitfalls and irritations and minor, you know, things that bug me about it. But overall, it works really well. And surprisingly, if you go to Brave, if I can find it here. Oh, we're in settings. If you go to extensions in Brave, you'll see that it has several password managers that are already built into the browser. 1Password being one of them. And no, I don't have a video on 1Password. I have footage of me attempting to do a video on 1Password and the setup, but it was a little bit long, and it was going to require a lot of editing, and it kind of fell through the cracks. I still have the raw footage somewhere, and I should put together the video on how to use 1Password, but at the moment I don't. That's something I should put on my list of things to do, because password managers are really your best friend when it comes to strong security on your computer. Right? And the 1Password works really well on in Brave. As you may have noticed that, let's say I wanted to log, oh, I'm already logged in. Let's say I wanted to log into Coinbase. In Chrome, that was Coinbase Pro, sorry. In Chrome, when you went to log in, there was like a little icon right here for 1Password, but in Chrome. In Brave, you can just go up here to the corner. You see where that is? Just click on that, and then it recognizes what you're trying to log into, and you just click here, and it just autofills. Just really totally cool. And if you're signing up for a new website, you can generate your own password kind of on the fly if you want to. Copy it into your clipboard and use that as your new password. And that works pretty well. So you've got strong, random, you know, as random can be, passwords on all of your sites. And a 1Password will keep them straight for you. And you can use it on your phone too, and the accounts sync. So, and then of course people will tell me, oh, but don't they have your passwords? According to them, they don't. All of your passwords are stored on their servers encrypted, so they don't see your passwords. So yes, I would recommend 1Password. You can just go to their website and sign up for an account. It's you have to pay. It's a subscription-based software, so you have to pay a certain amount every year or every month. It's not that bad. They always want to give it to you for free for a while, but you can see here, $3 a month, or you can just pay for the whole year, and it's like, I don't know, $50-$60. It's not bad, right? And I've got the family thing where I can use it on more than one computer, and like I have it on my phone, and when I add new passwords on my computer, they go to my phone, and vice versa. So yes, I use password manager. I like it. Yeah, yeah. If you're using, you could be using that username, your email, and that reused password could be on a gaming site or a blog or your Reddit or whatever. Anything that gets hacked and they find lists of emails and passwords, they'll try them wherever. That's one of the. It's a very common thing for people to reuse passwords. Jet, do you recommend that I keep my Cardano on my laptop? Keep your Cardano on your laptop if you want to. But the real Cardano, the real wallet, is your backup phrase, right? When you create a Cardano wallet, it's going to ask you to create a seed. Let's open it up here. It might take a little while to sync. And I'm gonna have to stop my stream and come back in a sec because this is a glitch with my software. I'm back. All right. Whenever I get that. Oh yeah, we're over here. Okay. So if you create a new wallet in Daedalus, let's call it test, and I'm not gonna create a password. Oh, it wants a password. I'll just turn it off, right? All right, it's gonna give you a seed. I'm not going to use this wallet, so I'm going to show you the seed, right? That seed right there, that's your wallet right there. No matter what happens, no matter how many individual wallets you create, no matter how much you store in your Daedalus wallet, you can always get it back from that seed phrase. So if you don't have that seed phrase yet, get it. I don't know that you can generate it. If you didn't write it down. But so then your laptop could fall in the ocean. It could get run over by a semi. You could throw it across the room when you're frustrated. It could blow up and you would still not lose your Cardano. Your Cardano is here. You could reinstall Daedalus on any computer anywhere in the world and restore from that phrase, and boom, you got yourself a new wallet, right? So like when I hit create, where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. If I say restore, it wants my backup recovery phrase. I just enter it here and the wallet is back, right? So it's safe to keep your Cardano wallet on any kind of computer as long as you have that backup, and you'll be okay. Have a safe drive home. And that advice goes for any cryptocurrency wallet. I have a cryptocurrency wallet on my phone and it has a backup phrase. So I wrote the backup phrase down on a piece of paper and I put it in a safe place. So the phone can get blown up and I won't lose anything because I can restore from the backup phrase. The same with the Bitcoin Electrum wallet. The same with the Litecoin Core wallet. Any wallet that gives you a seed phrase when you install it, that's your money right there. That's your safety net. Keep that in a safe place and you'll never lose your crypto. Yeah, you're right. Eugene's asking me about doing a video on installing an OS. And yes, I could conceivably use a virtual box, which I've used before, and then inside that virtual box window that's running on top of my Windows 10, I could be running my OBS recording software and record the installation process to a certain extent. It wouldn't be totally pure. It wouldn't be totally pure because it wouldn't be exactly the same exact way you would see it on a separate computer. So I tried to remain true to exactly what I was doing when I did my Linux videos, and I recorded. I had two webcams, one on me, and then I had the other webcam was pointed at the screen of the laptop, on which I was installing Linux cold, on a blank hard drive. Because I was creating an encrypted hard drive, so I don't know that I would have been able to show exactly the steps to do that in VirtualBox, because you have a virtual drive, and the encryption, the hardware encryption, and the partitioning would be a little different. So I didn't do it that way. But he's right. I could do that. Yeah. I'll try. Yeah, I spent so much time doing those installation videos, and time, love, and care, and they don't get that many views. So, but it's good for the soul, right, to do videos that and a lot of people have commented on those videos and said, "Man, thank you." I'll just give you a little taste of what I'm talking about. And I did, you can see all these videos here installing Debian Stretch. And this was back before I even knew how to edit my videos. I was just doing one-take live recordings. And if I screwed something up, I'd have to start from the beginning over again. So I did a full install of Debian. Here, 1, 2, 3. And they took a long time, but as you can see, they've been up for a year and they're barely over 1,000 views. So there's not much of a payoff. Except the fact that a few people that comment are like, "Gee, thank you so much. No one's ever showed me how to do this step by step." So it's worth it. And yes, Eugene, I have... Yes, let me back up a little bit. Crypto Chris, it's good to see you. Yes, never store all of your crypto in one location or wallet. I kind of find it fun that I have crypto scattered all in all these little nooks and crannies. But like I said, most of the desktop wallets are on this machine, but the backup phrases are stored in safe places. Yes, I've heard of KeePass. I used KeePass when I was using Unix. I think I went to I never did the Unix installation video. I did the download and verify the Unix. But yeah, I was using KeePass. And if you want to manage your passwords with KeePass, you can do that too. It's a little more cumbersome than 1Password. 1Password is a little more user-friendly, but KeePass is open source and totally free. And it works okay. The only problem is that you kind of have to cut and paste the usernames and passwords into the fields to log into your accounts, and that can become a pain after a while. Unless there's a way to do it that I haven't figured out. I think maybe KeePass X, which is like the Windows version of it, might be able to pull it off. But it's a great program. If you're looking for a number one security, open source is the way to go. But like I said, it's a little cumbersome. One password has, for me, works is the most easiest to use. But I would highly recommend KeePass if you're willing to go through the extra trouble, right? Now, yes, KeePass stores the passwords on your computer in encrypted format. So the idea is that it uses strong encryption, and that even if someone has access to your computer and grabs that password file, they can try to crack it with a supercomputer for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and they're never going to crack it with brute force because it's high encryption. And there's other things you can do with KeePass. You can create a key file on a flash drive that holds the encryption key. And so it'll only work when you have that USB installed in the computer. And when you're not home, you hide that key somewhere, or you take it with you wherever you go, and your computer is basically invulnerable. The only problem is, the only people that are going to get your password are probably going to be the government. And if they walk in and show you a warrant and tell you that you better unlock your computer, then all the encryption in the world isn't going to protect you from that. But if you've got like crypto thieves, trying to get on your computer while you're not home, these are really good solutions. Shamid is asking, which YouTubers do I watch? Let me show you. Let's see here. Okay. So I watch my daughter.
I really upload those.
Crypto daughter, who's been live streaming.
A lot.
I like Crypto Lark. If you've never watched Crypto Lark, you should check him out. Let's try to. There's got to be a better way to do it. Yeah, I think that. Crypto Lark does really good commentary on crypto news. He stays up to date with everything, and he's funny. Right? I watch Jerry Banfield. He's a good person to learn about Steam and a lot of other things. He's not really as active as he was before. Now he just kind of plays games and does music, but that's because he struck it rich. So more power to him. He's doing what he wants to do now. But check his there's if you're searching for topics on the internet, he's a very good teacher. And then I like Crypto Bitcoin Chris, who also does up to the minute trading type news, whereas Crypto Lark is more generalized. In the industry, Crypto Bitcoin Chris does trading news, news that moves coins up and down. He's very, very he hard working guy. I talked to him on the phone, and he works all day long, and then he comes home and he does YouTube every day. Spends a lot of time doing research, recording, uploading. Great channel. Nick Nimmin, if you're looking for ways to improve your YouTube channel. I like Son of a Tech for like builds and mining and stuff like that. He's great. Crypto Bobby is another really good person in the crypto space. If you're looking for guidance and someone that follows the markets, very honest guy. Daryl Eves is great if you're into learning how to improve your YouTube channel. And then I like this guy too, learn how to edit. I learned almost everything I know about using Premiere Pro to edit my YouTube videos from him. He's very good, just an awesome editor, and he's funny. I like to watch his videos. They're hilarious. All right. Yes, Christian is asking me about building a rig. I have a couple of videos. I think I can find them. Yeah. So I did some videos on how to configure the lighting on a rig. And I had the opportunity. I built a computer for a friend of mine, and I had the whole thing built, and then I thought to myself, man, I should have filmed that so I could have posted it as a video. And I even considered tearing it back down again and starting over, but I didn't. But I will. That's one of my, if I had money to throw around, I would just buy components and build rigs all day. I love it. And I would like to record myself building rigs and talk step by step on how to build them. That's one of my hobbies, and that's another thing that I could share on my YouTube channel. I would probably create a sub YouTube channel for that, right? Just rigs. Maximus is talking about keeping your computer clean. And while we're on that subject, I run ESET, Internet Security. I've been using it for many years. What I like about ESET is that it does its job and it doesn't bother you or plug things. I have a friend that has Norton, and it's constantly spamming me, popping up and telling you you'd buy this Norton thing or that Norton thing, and it's really irritating. ESET just runs, does its job, and shuts up. And if you try to go to an infected website, it'll give you an alert, right? So this is great antivirus. And then for my anti-malware, I run Malwarebytes, which I totally recommend Malwarebytes too. Even if you're infected, you can download Malwarebytes and clean the malware off. But I would recommend the premium subscription because it catches it as it comes down, and it'll save you from all kinds of junk. So phishing, websites, all kinds of stuff. The only problem I have with my antivirus protection is that sometimes it thwarts me in my attempts to install some wallets, like the Monero wallet in particular, and some of the mining software. So I kind of have to tiptoe around it. But yeah, and also I have a router that has its own built-in secure software. If you're using a router / modem that you're leasing from your ISP, like Spectrum or Charter or whoever you're getting your internet service from, that's not very secure. What you want to do for full, internet security is you want a separate modem, and you want to run your own wireless router that is separate from the modem. So I have a modem, my own modem. I sent the modem back that I got from Spectrum, and that also saves you money because they charge you like $5 or $6 or $7 a month to rent the modem from them. Even after 2 or 3 or 4 years, when the modem is basically worthless, they're still charging you rent. So you go out and buy yourself a $200 modem, it'll pay for itself in a year and a half. So I recommend getting your own modem, a good secure modem, and your own wireless router. And the wireless router I use has, firewall software. So you got your router, you got your software antivirus, and you've got your anti-malware. And be smart. Don't click on links. Don't believe it if it looks too good to be true. And, you know, keep your computer clean. And then you won't have to worry about people snatching your crypto. Yes, Maximus is giving us all very good advice. I did some early videos where I was setting up wallets and I was cutting and pasting the keys into text files. And a lot of the people were criticizing me for that, telling me that, oh, there's attackers that are, you know, hiding in your clipboard and they're going to see. And so now when I do videos, I always just tell people, write it on a piece of paper. You know. And then I cut and paste it and delete that part out of the video. But yes, write them down on a piece of paper, legibly, put them in a safe location, multiple copies, keep one at home, keep one at your mom's house, under your brother's bed, wherever, you know, and one in a safety deposit box in case of fire, flood, power outage, you know, apocalypse, zombie apocalypses, whatever. You know, keep multiple files, multiple backups. Hey, Joy. Hello from LA. I don't know, Beast Moby. It would only be a virtual kiss anyway, so probably not very exciting. I don't know. Tip me $30. We'll see what happens. Okay, Eugene Z, I have a different password for Gmail and another one for PayPal, and then I have one password for very important sites, and then I have another password for junk sites. Well, it's not as vigorous as having a strong password for every site, but it's better than using your reusable password on your heavy-duty sites. So you're going in the right direction by choosing good, strong, unique passwords for your PayPal and your cryptocurrency and, you know, your personal stuff, your Facebook. Oh, Eric's is telling me that Binance is acting weird. I will tell you this, and that's why one of the pitfalls of Brave is that if you're using Binance, Bittrex Binance, and you're trying to use your little slider, little jigamawabi thing, he's talking about this. Oh, I don't know what I did. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's try that again. Where am I? I don't know, somehow I got past it. Ah, there we go. This is the slider that won't work in Brave. And the reason it won't work in Brave is because I'm blocking ads. So it won't allow it, you know, even if I'm right on top of it. It always gives me the rejection. So in order to make it work, you have to go turn off your... You got to go over here to your shields and allow ads. And then when you do that, then the slider will work. Oops. Well, they just proved me wrong. Well, I think maybe if I reloaded the page and everything. But that's why normally I just go to Chrome and sign into Binance. That's probably what's going on, Alex. Arix. Yeah. So let's try a new tab. Oh well, it's glitched out. But I did make it work. But like I said, you have to run the ads, and then that gets irritating. So I usually just switch over to Chrome when I'm logging into Bittrex. I don't know if that's what your problem was, but I just thought I'd point that out. Hey, Crypto Daughter. Crypto Lark's annoying. He seems a little smug, yeah, but I enjoy him. He speaks truth to power, my friend. Yeah, I don't know if it's Binance is kind of flaky right now. Could be a server issue. I know they've been doing some upgrades, but if you're using Brave, that might be your issue. If you got your ad blocking on, that puzzle is not working. Hey Scott, nice to have you here. I'm assuming you live in Hawaii. I always imagining you. Oh, okay. So it's not working in Chrome either. Okay. Eric's axe guitar thing. Oh, okay. All right. So maybe there's a problem with Binance tonight. Probably stay out of there. Okay, Eugene. Thank you. Oh, Ukraine. Nice. Joining us from Central Europe, or Eastern Europe, I guess. That's really cool, Eugene. Thanks for joining us here. Bye, Eugene. Okay, so Binance is weird. And that was weird because you remember just then it skipped and let me in for some bizarre reason without the slider. So yeah, I'd probably wait a little while before we go to Binance. So I was thinking about moving some crypto. If there's any requests, we could move some ADA. We could move some Steem. Move a little Tron, if anybody has a preference. Okay. All right. So, does anybody have any requests? Do we want to move anything? I've got this poly. Well, but then we'll have that same problem. If we try to withdraw the poly, I'm going to lose 1 by withdrawing the 7. But I don't have any problem with that. Why don't we try that with my Ether wallet? I'm going to enter my PIN. So we're in the Ledger wallet now. All I need to do is view wallet info. And all I need to do is give this is my destination, right? It doesn't matter what kind of token I'm sending. That's the destination address is the ETH address. So we'll go over to Bittrex and let's pull this. Where is it? Polymath. Let's pull this Polymath out. Oh, sorry. Withdraw. There we go. We're going to withdraw to that ETH address, right? And I'm going to have to spend a poly, so I can only take 6 out. And that's it. Oh, it did it automatically. Okay. So we'll take 5 out. No big deal. We'll do Authenticator. We'll withdraw. And that's basically it. It's not that difficult. We can go to pending withdrawals and we see that there's some poly. And then we can just go over here and kind of, you know, just like hang out until it shows up. Whoops. Yeah, you kind of have to if you refresh, they make you re-enter this. It'll show up eventually. We can go down to poly. See, it still says 0 right now. So we'll wait a few minutes. But that's the long and short of it. Whenever you want to transfer crypto, all you need is the receiving address, depending on the type of crypto. Some crypto, when you're sending it to the exchange, they need more than just the address. They might need like a memo field or something like that, because big exchanges might have only 1 or 2 addresses for the crypto, and they just all put it in this big pot. And so you need to give them that memo. They'll provide you with the memo, but you need to provide it so that they'll know whose crypto is whose. I believe Monero works like that. You have to give them like an additional factor or code when you send it. We're still talking. Let's move some ADA. Okay. Yeah, I can do the ADA, the EOS. I don't know why. I don't have that much EOS, and it's a little difficult to deal with. I mentioned I knew that one EOS wallet. Oops. This gray mass. Oh, no, that's not it. I'm sorry. Is that EOS? Yeah. I haven't had a chance to check this guy out yet. Let's move some Cardano into this shopping wallet. Right? So we need to generate a receiving address. I can generate a new address here. It's always a good idea to generate a new address. All right? And then I can just copy it from the wallet here, and we'll go back to Bittrex, and we'll withdraw some ADA. You can see I have a little bit in there. And the only thing they need is the address. And let's do 50. I'm going to lose 2. Oh, I'm just going to lose 0.2. Not bad. All right, we'll do that. And it's going to generate a new code for me. We'll withdraw. Withdrawal submitted. We can go to pending withdrawals and take a look. The poly is still there. Where'd that ADA go? Did I do that right? That was 50 ADA. What's up, buddy?
I want something.
You want something?
Yeah.
What do you want? Some milk?
No, I want some chocolate ice cream.
Okay, can you go ask mommy? Mommy can get it. I don't know what I did with that ADA. Did I just send that ADA to somebody else? Or was I not paying attention? No, it's gone. Let's hope I didn't send it to the wrong place. Oh, it's already here. That was quick. All right, so I got 49.8 on the ADA. And looked like the poly went out too. So that's an ADA transaction. You can tell the ADA's has its own long, really unique address. And the wallet has a really nice copy to clipboard feature. So you know you don't make any typos when you're putting the address in. And right as of now, the Daedalus wallet is the best place to store your ADA. But they did release a new some code so that people can start making ADA wallets for your web browser. Some Chrome plugins and things like that. So you might see more ADA wallets out there. But right now, Daedalus is the way to go. And I believe there's talk that Ledger will support ADA too. And I'll definitely do a video when that happens. So let's go back to Ether Wallet and see what we got. Anything? Let's do this again. I probably need to enter my PIN again. No, I think I'm okay. Alright, so our 5 poly came in too. So we got 5 poly in this Ethereum address. As you know, this Ethereum address is the container for all of these ERC20 tokens. So, you know, I could have a multitude of ERC20 tokens. I could have much more value in my ERC20 tokens than the Ethereum. So I could conceivably put like thousands of dollars worth of tokens into this Ethereum address that only holds like 200 or 300 ETH. The Ethereum address is basically the container for this stuff. How large is the ADA blockchain file? That I'm not totally sure of. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's check. In our app data roaming, Daedalus, I believe, is... I'm not sure exactly. This might be it right here. The database, right? Yeah, this must be the blockchain data. Because the Daedalus is a full node wallet. So it's definitely taken up some space. We're getting close to... We're approaching 300 megabytes. And it's still clicking away. It's slow. It seems like it's slowing down a little bit. It's going to take it a while because there's so many individual files. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. We'll give it some time to... Will it ever stop? I did a video on the Daedalus paper wallet, if you're interested. I thought it was a decent video. Oops. Not too old either. It's just a week or so ago. I did a video on creating the Cardano paper wallet, and I thought it was it's a pretty decent paper wallet. Paste and paste. All right. NXS. Yes, let's kind of follow up on that guy. Where'd he go? Still going. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite that large. It looks pretty big. And that is one of the reasons why they've recently released that. That's why it's kind of a big deal. I'm in the wrong one here. There we go. Wrong account. There we go. Ah, here we go. Icarus. Icarus is flying. They've released this brand new, and they're still giving away ETH. But they've created this new wallet that is. I guess a lot of people complain about Daedalus because it takes up so much space and has trouble connecting to the blockchain and is slow. It takes a day or two to sync if you just download it. So hopefully these new wallet protocols will allow developers to create better, faster, more efficient ADA wallets. Yeah, because they're communicating with the internet, a lot of cryptocurrency wallets, not only do the files on the hard drive get flagged sometimes, but the fact that they're trying to communicate gets blocked by Windows Defender or your antivirus or whatever. So sometimes the first time you run it, if you get an alert, you can tell it to, exclude that web address. But you'll notice in my exclusions I have some addresses.
Oh, no, wait, no, don't have me.
Yeah, a few of these outgoing addresses are cryptocurrency wallets that got blocked originally, and then I had to create an exclusion for them. And usually if they block an IP address, you can go and right click on it and it might show you down here. Move this. Whoops. Sometimes they'll show you in there allow access to the site that it just recently blocked. So that's something to think about if your wallets get shut down. Sometimes that's what it is. It's your Windows Defender will do it, or your whatever antivirus you're using. There's ways to change that in Windows Defender. If you, let me put myself back down. If you go to settings, there's Windows Defender settings. You can allow, like some of this, you can turn some of that off, at least temporarily, so you can let something get through. Where is it? Here, firewall. Yeah. See, like here, allow app through firewall notification settings. Sometimes you can find the thing that it blocked in here and just allow it to go through. I think in this one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe that's not it. But you can poke around in these Windows Defender settings and allow something to get through sometime. Like here, app browser control. And then other times when Defender gives you a message, it will tell you exactly what it just blocked. And if you kind of click on it and follow that alert through, there's an option to tell it to allow it. I know it's always a little nerve-wracking when you're dealing with virus, what appears to be a virus. You have to really be sure that it's not. Uh,
You want to get it now?
yeah. BitDog is asking about how we buy altcoins. And almost every video where I buy an altcoin, I show you how the process. My process always starts on Coinbase. Right? I buy some crypto on Coinbase. I transfer it into my Coinbase Pro, and then I transfer it to Bittrex. And then when I get it to Bittrex, I can sell it for the altcoin. So I always do that. That's the only way I know how to do it. You can only fund Bittrex and Binance with cryptocurrency. So you have to have some cryptocurrency to fund any of your trades. So you start on Coinbase. There are other places to buy crypto, but Coinbase is the easiest. You can link, and you can use Uphold too. But I think the Uphold charges are a little more. I don't know where it is. Oh. Yeah, you can buy cryptocurrency on Uphold. If you're not familiar with Uphold. You can buy stuff. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. It has several cryptocurrencies you can buy. You have to link it to your debit card or your bank account. It's just like Coinbase. But I prefer Coinbase. It's a little better. I can't get my debit card to work with Uphold. Uphold has some security protocols that my debit card doesn't conform to. So I can use Uphold, but I would have to. I transferred some money from my bank account. It took like a week. I'm too impatient for that. I can use my debit card on Coinbase and buy crypto within minutes. So that's what I do. Is Bittrex better than Binance? That's a good question. They both have their pros and cons, and sometimes one has a cryptocurrency that you want and the other one doesn't. I think when IOTA first came out, you could only get it on Binance or one or the other. Now I think they both carry it. But sometimes you run into that. You know, the one you want isn't on Bittrex. And Binance is out of the country, so that's good and bad. And Bittrex is San Francisco based, so I guess you could trust them more, if that's the way you want to think about it. Crypto Chris says you can wire money to Gemini, buy BTC or ETH. Oh, and by the way, now that you mention it, you can fund Bittrex with cash too from your bank account. You have to wire it. I went through the process and I got approved. The only problem is the minimum wire transfer that they'll accept is 1,000, and I usually buy 50 or 100 here and there. I don't usually have $1,000 cash, on hand to transfer, but maybe someday. So yeah, you can use cash on Bittrex too, but you have to start with 1,000. You have to be a whale, I guess. But yeah, you can buy directly. You can fund Bittrex with a U.S. bank account. And Coinbase Pro too. You can fund Coinbase Pro with a bank account. So if you want to deposit U.S. dollars, you can do a wire transfer, Coinbase, or from your bank account. But the bank, like I said, the bank account takes a week or two, sometimes. So there's lots of ways to buy crypto. And yeah, if you got BitDog, see if you got $1,000 and you want to, identify yourself to Bittrex, go through the ID and verification. You can set it up to where you'll be able to transfer money from your bank account through wire transfers. And then you can buy all the altcoins. There's a bunch of altcoins you can buy on Bittrex. So if you're serious about altcoins and you've got, a couple of thousand, then go, go through the verification process. I don't know where it is. It's in there. You have to go to your account settings and verify yourself. So you'll have to, scan your ID and all that stuff. But yeah, you can do it. Bittrex fees, it's hard to I'm not a very meticulous person, and I've been criticized on some of my videos for not giving exact numbers when it comes to the little fees they charge. They all seem reasonable to me. I don't know. I think I've run into a case where Bittrex had lower fees than Binance, but that might not always be the case. It varies from crypto to crypto. It's like still kind of a wild west out there. But if you have both accounts, then you could run the same numbers before you actually hit buy and determine, which one has the better deal if you're serious about trading. If you're one of those guys that has 5 screens, sits in a computer and one of those heavy duty rigs, you can find the best deal. Yes, Crypto Chris, I agree totally. Everything was so cheap this last week. I wish I had 10 grand to play around with, but I didn't. I did buy I spent 100 here, 50 there. I bought as much as I could because everything was cheap. Smart cash. I think that, I would venture to say that if you were to fund your Coinbase Pro account with US dollars and then buy your crypto, you would get a better merchant fees, less merchant fees than Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro is all consumer based, and you get hit when you buy. So when you buy $100 worth of Litecoin, they charge you $3 or whatever it is. That's where you really get hit. So maybe if you transferred cash into Coinbase Pro, you get a better deal on your initial purchase. I would assume that that's true. I've never done it, so I don't know for sure. Same with Bittrex, you probably get better merchant fees because you're dealing with larger amounts. Yes, Curdy Cakes mentions that Litecoin is faster and cheaper to transfer from Coinbase to your other accounts. I totally agree with that. If you want a step-by-step on that, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. Right here. If you want a step-by-step on how you go to Coinbase, buy some Litecoin, transfer it to Coinbase Pro, and then transfer it to Bittrex or Binance. I can't remember which one I used. That's it right there. Bitcoin C. That video right there that I just pasted, that is exactly what you're asking me about, step by step. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Carl, that Coinbase Pro has cheaper fees. Yeah, I think they absorb a lot of the network fees to attract traders, right? They want people trading, you know. They want whales that are throwing 5, 10, 20 grand into there, because that increases their leverage, right? When more people are using their platform to buy and trade cryptos, their holdings increase, and then that gives them more, power or whatever, leverage. So yeah, they absorb a lot of the fees. That would probably be the way to go, if you're patient. If you don't mind waiting a week for your money to get in there. Is the Ledger Nano the safest way to store coins other than cold storage? It's good. There are other hardware wallets out there. There's the Trezor, which I understand is good. I've never used one. Ledger has another thing called the Ledger Blue, which is kind of a crypto cold storage tablet kind of thing. So there's a lot of them out there. And you'll notice if you do this, you've got the Ledger, the Trezor, and the digital Bitbox. I don't know what that is. Sakelot. So I don't know if it's the safest, but it's mine. It's my cold storage of choice. I do use paper wallets too. What do you look for in altcoins with great potential? The best we can do, really, you never know what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years, but for the short term, the next year or two, your best bet is to stick with the top 20. All right? If you want to roll the dice on some new altcoin that's like ranked, 326 in market cap, you better know that somebody there personally, and they're going to do good. If you're just dabbling and you're looking for something good, then stick in the top 10 or 20. Just like, who was saying that? Crypto Chris was talking about how cheap the altcoins were this last week. So you had really good opportunity to scoop up like Stellar and Litecoin. It's still low. Litecoin was like $300 in December. Cardano was like $1.50 at the beginning of the year. Monero was like $300 in December of last year and January. Tron was up at 8. IOTA was 3. So all of these coins that are in the top 20 are really cheap right now. Even Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin was 20,000. Last year at this time, Bitcoin was like $3,000. So year to date, it's still much better than it was last year. But just think, it's pretty darn cheap. And it was almost 10 grand a couple of months ago. And it was like 84 like a couple of weeks ago. So Ethereum was like $1,200 at the end of December. Ripple was $3. So any of these. And what do I look for? I look for a company that's solid. I look for a coin that's been around a while, that's got a proven track record. That kind of thing. And depending on what you're into. Like Monero is a privacy-based coin. If you feel like you want to stick with a privacy-based coin, then, Monero, Dash, whatever. If you're more into the Ethereum kind of D-apps, then you've got Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, Tron. These are all utility tokens that run a virtual machine that developers can use to create D-apps. And then your currency-based coins are like Bitcoin and Litecoin. Those are straight currencies. So it depends on what you feel is important and what you're looking for in a coin. You know, if you're just looking at it as an investment, something that's going to gain in value, then you're pretty good with any of the top 10 coins. You know. Okay, so it's only 24 hours to deposit US dollars in approved Bitcoins. Or I'm sorry, approved Bittrex account. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, when you send a wire, it should, yeah, especially because they're in San Francisco. So maybe if I had $1,000, I'd transfer it. One Litecoin. My daughter has one Litecoin. Stellar is stellar. I like Stellar too. And I'll let you in on something else the way I think. If I have Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or Litecoin or Stellar, and I'm thinking, oh, I want to hold on to this because someday it's going to be worth a lot and I can sell it for $1 million, right, in cash. That may not be the way you're going to benefit from the coin. What if in 5 years you can buy anything with Stellar or Bitcoin or Litecoin? What if you can buy gas with Litecoin? What if you can go to the grocery store and spend Litecoin? By that time, Litecoin will have been, had so much in value that that one Litecoin that you have, you might be able to go to the grocery store and spend 0.05 Litecoin and buy, 3 carts full of groceries. So don't always think about it in terms of, I'm going to sell this. Don't think of it like a stock, right? In 5 years, I can sell all my Litecoin for dollars and be rich. Think, maybe in 5 years, I can use my Litecoin to buy my necessities, and I'll have more than enough to cover all of my expenses. That's another value to holding cryptocurrencies. You never know. Litecoin could hit 20, right? Sounds like you got a nice little nest egg there, BitDog. Sounds good. Ah, PTA. Thanks for the reminder. Period. I would have totally forgot. Period. Noah's Bagels, Sherman Oaks, 2:45 p.m. Actually, I think I had a phone reminder. Yeah, I do. Sorry, guys. All right, so it's at the 7:30 mark has been crossed, and I'm gonna wrap it up tonight. I didn't really get a chance to move crypto around that much today. There were a lot of questions, and I love it when people join my stream and ask questions. It makes for a lively discussion. So I hope I was able to get to everyone's questions tonight. Keep in mind that you can always throw up a comment in any of my videos, and I'll get back to you on those. I see those. I have alerts on my phone, so whenever someone throws out a comment, I see it. Sometimes I'm not in a position to answer the question right away. Sometimes I am. I could be at the grocery store and see a comment come in and have a short, quick answer that I can just shoot back from my phone. Other times I need to prepare a little better. But I'll always try to get back to you when you throw up comments and questions. So I hope everybody had a good night. Once again, thanks for joining. And I hope to see you guys again next week. Don't forget, every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be back. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. Make sure and check out my channel page and search for any topics that you might be interested in. I've been throwing up videos for about a year now, so if there's a topic that you're interested in or that you have a question about, there's a really good chance that I've got a step-by-step video on just the question that you're looking for. So don't forget to check out my channel, subscribe to my channel, and search my channel for things you may be looking for. You might find something good there. Once again, thanks for joining, and hope to see you again soon.